So we're on the 16-year-old bill, correct? All right, 390. Did anyone raise concerns to you that a 16-year-old would need a high school diploma or an equivalent in order to enter into some of that licensing process before they could work in the ways that your bill allows?
No, because 16-year-olds do work in childcare centers already now.
And you're changing the capacity in which these children can work?
Yes.
So I ask again, did anyone raise to you? Okay, so when I read these bills, my first call was to a child care center that I visited this spring, who contacted me with great concern and advocated for the continuance of child care counts funding. I reached out because we'd established a relationship and asked if I could come talk to them about these bills. So yesterday, in the 3 business days that we've had these bills, I went to their child care center and I talked to them about this. And they raised the concern that a 16-year-old wouldn't necessarily be able to act in the capacity of your bill because in order to start to be allowed to, they would need a high school equivalency or a high school diploma. I'm just asking if anyone raised that concern to you because it's been raised to me.
Okay, no, they have not.
Okay. Child labor laws prevent children from working unsupervised between 12:30 a.m.
Is that for 16-year-olds?
For a child labor law?
But when we looked it up, that is not accurate for 16-year-olds.
I confirm with Ledge Counsel. Ledge Counsel, can you tell me if I'm wrong? Child labor laws prevent children from working between 12:30 a.m.
Oh, I'm sorry.
and 5:30 a.m.
I messed with you prematurely.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll start again. I think of this kind of in terms of first, second, and third shift. I know I'm hearing from my district serious concerns of lack of access to childcare, meaning second shift, they could lose childcare. That's the first shift they might lose. So I'm thinking of this first, second, third shift. First shift, children are at school, and child labor laws do not allow for them to work during school hours. Second shift is that after school time. My concerns to that are you can't work as a child for more than 6 hours without a mandatory 30-minute break where you sit down and you eat a meal. That's second shift, so it wouldn't be a full shift. And then third shift is between the hours of 12:30 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. Child labor laws do not allow a child to work unsupervised. So as I look at first, second, and third shift, I'm looking at child labor laws, and I'm trying to figure out how 16-year-olds, even if we thought this was a good idea, would be able to solve the child care worker crisis.
They don't have to work 6 hours. They can work from when they're done with school. They can work limited hours to give a little flexibility to daycare centers. So they probably wouldn't be working one of those specific shifts. Just like my 16-year-old who worked working carpet cleaning. He didn't work a specific shift. Just like the people who work at Chick-fil-A do not work one of those specific shifts. They work smaller time periods when it works for the establishment to have them there.
So you see it as smaller blocks of time, maybe 4 hours or 5 hours.
That's generally when a 16-year-old works. That's what they do.
Well, I think 16-year-olds work all different kinds of shifts, but I want to make sure that we're looking at child labor laws as we consider solving our child care crisis with children. I can swing back if anyone else has more questions at this time.